No sé si me podéis sentir, sí. Bien, hablo un poquito de castellano, pero voy a hacerlo en inglés. Bien? Is it better? Louder? Okay. Can you hear me well? Cool. Excellent. Well, let's go. I think I have a few slides. And maybe you need to switch to the slides. Okay. Oh, they are working on it. Well, I can start my introduction anyway. My name is Micha Benoliel. I'm a co-founder of this project called Nodle. What we do at Nodle, we are building a complete mobile decentralized platform that brings value through connections. And if we can get the slides, that would be great. Anyway. So maybe I'll follow on what Alex just said before, and then I'll start the story. So the team has been working on this since end of 2017. Beginning of 2018, we start to build the blockchain component, and we were on Stellar. And the irony is, back in 2020, we were making so many transactions a day that basically we were saturating the whole Stellar network, and we decided to go and pick another chain to build our project on, and we decided to do it on Substrate, and more recently to join the parachains on Polkadot. We are super excited that we chose Polkadot. We believe it's actually a great ecosystem that enables one thing which is very important in the blockchain world, which is interoperability. And in March this year, we became a parachain, and so now we migrated everything to the parachain. So we are validated also by the whole Polkadot network that provides us with, the whole security of Polkadot. Bien. Entonces, I'm going to do it in English. So my name is Micha Benoliel. I'm the co-founder at Nodle, where we bring a decentralized mobile platform that brings value through connections. And we are a team of 50 people. We started back in 2017. We went through the crypto winter of 2018, and we are here for the long term. And so some of you may be a little bit familiar with concepts like play to earn. Or some of you may have heard of also move to earn. So today we're going to dig into another concept, which is the one of connect to earn, and more precisely how you can leverage connect to earn to build a new generation of social interactions. And before I start with the overview of what we can do, I want to tell you a little bit of story, because I want to explain to you and share with you how we came up with Nodle. So how many of you have been to Burning Man? Please raise your hands if any of you went to this festival. Okay, very few. So for those of you who don't know, so Burning Man is a festival that happens every year in the desert of Nevada, and it gathers 70,000 people. And in 2014, so back at that time, there was no cell tower, no Wi-Fi, no way to connect. So my team and I, what we did is we developed a decentralized technology, which was a decentralized wireless technology called peer-to-peer mesh. And we used that technology to build a messaging app called FireChat. So people were able to message each other in the middle of the desert, even if there was no access, actually. So what happened after this is actually very revolutionary, I would say. I was in Hong Kong, just having dinner with a good friend of mine, and as we go through the dinner, he tells me, "Oh, Micha, your app is growing in the store. You are like getting in the top 10 apps." And as we go by the dinner, at the end of the dinner, basically the app was #1 in the store. And overnight, 100,000 people had installed that app. So I tried to understand what was happening. And because you had so many people in the streets, all the networks were saturated. So the only way for the students who decided to use that app to communicate, basically, the only way for them to communicate was to use that app. And over a week, we had 500,000 people installing the app in a city of 8 million people. So it's a pretty large number. And everywhere I was going by the city, I was having notifications, user nearby. And so that was a pretty exceptional time, I would say. And at that time, I mean, crypto was not that trendy. It was not a thing already. And so this is probably one of the first decentralized architecture, and especially on mobile, that enabled basically this kind of communication. Every student there who used the app became a node. And by creating their own infrastructure, they had the freedom to communicate. And what I'm going to explain to you today is that every one of us can be a node and build an infrastructure that is unstoppable and unblockable. So many years later, I started the project Nodle and with my co-founder. And what we noticed is to be able to build such an infrastructure, one of the good things to do and the best thing to do was to actually pay people for maintaining a node active on their smartphone. And that's what we did. So we started Nodle, and now there is an app. It's called Nodle Cash. You can install it on Android or on the iPhone. It's available on the store. And when you install this app, you become a node. That's what it looks like. It takes less than 90 seconds to install the app, create an account on the blockchain, have your public address, and basically start earning and better participating in this global network. And in Argentina, by the way, I think we have a bit more than 2,000 people already who install the app. So when you have the app, you are acting as a node. And when you are a node, you can connect things. So the best use case, we are building a lot of utility on this network. The best use case to start with was to do what Apple is doing, for example, with Apple Find My or the Apple AirTag. I don't know if some of you know about these accessories. So we do that for enterprise and businesses. So for example, among our first people to use the network, we have an insurance company. They are based in Europe called Rule, and they put Bluetooth beacons into cars, and they use a crowd of people to locate the vehicles. We are also working with the city of Paris for locating the assets across the city. When you are a node, you can access secure data. So imagine, for example, in the food supply chain industry, you can monitor the temperature, basically, of the supply chain, and that can solve a lot of issues linked to, actually, food. And you can do the same in smart cities if you want to collect granular temperature in the city to predict weather patterns, for example. Another thing you can do when you're acting as a node, you can connect people. And that's probably where we see the biggest opportunity. And we are going to explore a little bit what it means later. So as you can see, this is working. We have already 500,000 people who are holding the token. And we had at our peak more than 200 people active in a day with an active node on their smartphone. And the network is global. It has reached more than 180 countries and more than 4,000 cities. But it's still the beginning. We need your help. We need all of you to come on this network. And we also believe it's very key for the whole blockchain and crypto industry. And this is why. So as you can see, you have, this is pretty amazing actually, works, oh, yeah, it works. So when you look at some studies, they say that we have 300 million wallets out there active per month. Some of the studies say 50 million, like the latest one from Andreessen Horowitz. And you have something like 6.4 billion smartphones. So the gap is huge. And that's basically the opportunity we are going after. And we think that we want to see billions of people onboarding on the blockchain, more specifically in the Polkadot ecosystem. And we believe that the right way to do it is to go through mobile and developing application, dApps that will run on mobile. So let's imagine next year, I'll come back to Buenos Aires, hopefully. I love this city, by the way. People are amazing, the food is amazing, so I really enjoy being here with you. And so imagine we are here next year, and you all have the Nodle Cash app, and you have your Bluetooth on, and just by being here, with the system, we create a proof that you are here, and you can access a private group with all the participants of this event. So that's what we are working on when it comes to connect people. And we call it proof of participation. It's actually a cryptographic proof, and there is no need to share any of your personal information, no need to friend anyone, no need to click on any link. You can just have the app open, and then you will be authenticated thanks to that proof and be able to access this private group for everyone here. Or you can also do it if you have the NFT of the event. And that way, very easily, with no no hassle, you become part of the club, and now you can exchange with people who are here, with like-minded people. So this can be applied, we think, to many different domains. Social networking, like we just demonstrated in the previous slide, but also you can apply that in gaming. Wouldn't it be great to just be able to know who is in the room and plays the same game and start playing with them? Or it can be applied to other industries, like the ride-sharing industry. If I take an Uber ride, I can go into my Uber, for example, or my Lyft, and now automatically the system can confirm I am with the right driver. So these are the use cases we would like all of you to start to think about, and also start to think the great things you would like to build on this distributed mobile computing platform. So I like to say that we are all nodes. Some of us just don't know it yet. I want to thank you. I am Micha Benoliel, co-founder at Nodle, and I am very excited to see what kind of revolutionary things you're going to build on this platform. Thank you, everyone. Muchas gracias a todos.